Welcome back, everyone. A lot of us have a little more free time on our hands these days. Why not pick up a new hobby? That's actually how it all started out for our next guests. But the hobby has led to them releasing a second video game. With us now, we have Derek Sonnenberg to talk about his new game, Sonar Smash. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, actually, we were talking about gaming systems, and this is like the best time to stay inside and play some video games. If you were given a hard time before, whether you're creating or playing, now is the time we're celebrating this. So let's talk a little bit about how you got into creating and making video games.
It's absolutely a good time to play video games, and we first got into making games about 2 years ago. Well, we started doing pixel art as a hobby to share together, me and my partner. And I just sort of evolved into programming because all of our pixel art was looking good. She comes from an art background, so I sort of took the brunt of the programming. And we started making a platformer, and that just sort of taught myself how to program. And then I made Astral Defense, our first game, and then sort of just pushed that into the next tier, and now we have Sonar Smash, and we're really proud of this one.
I love
doing
this.
Pretty good too.
And I kind of want to back up because number one, you just said you kind of just taught yourself how to do it, which wow, yep. Number one. Number two, you're kind of you're a local guy, so it's not like this is just what people do out in big cities and in big tech hotspots. What would you recommend, or what would you tell people who are like, wow, I could do that?
Yeah, I'm just a guy. I mean, I was raised here since I was 10 years old. My parents were born here in Detroit Lakes, and I did take a little bit of school for computer network security, but it's completely unrelated to what I'm doing now. All of the resources are all online. You just have to have the time and the will and the creative mindset to just keep hammering it out. And right now, I'm just a stay-at-home dad mostly. I mean, we worked on this game for under 10 hours a week, just like in our hobby time and whatever.
Wow, I love that. I love the story of just how this happened. And so tell us a little bit more about this game and, what you love about it, the feedback you're getting from people who have played it.
Well, it's like I said earlier, it's called Sonar Smash. You can get it just going to sonarsmash.com, and you control a little dolphin at the bottom. It's a shoot 'em up is the genre. It's made in pixel art, so like Mario and all the old games like you mentioned earlier. And you control that little dolphin at the bottom, and you just kind of defend yourself against endless waves of those sea creatures you see on screen.
I love it. So this sounds like it's kid friendly, family friendly as well.
Yeah, it really scales. The earlier waves are a lot easier. You can obviously go endlessly. There's actually it's a procedurally generated endless gameplay, so kids can definitely play it a little bit, I'm sure.
Well, I love that because I don't do a lot of playing of games myself, so I am always kind of watching to see what the kids are watching and playing. So what would be your advice for kids at home? You said you were spending, when life was normal, or the old normal, about 10 hours a week. What is your advice for someone who maybe wants to get started in programming or do some research now that we have all this extra time on our hands?
Well, just start looking it up. Open up Google, start learning. There's a lot of different, as far as programming games, there's a lot of different game engines you can choose from. You just find one that you like and that kind of suits you, and just Google every problem that you come across. All the information is out there. You just trial and error. Eventually, you don't need to Google anything more because you learned it just by doing it, sort of deal.
I love that. Okay, so 2 games under your belt. What's next for you?
Right now we have 3 projects in development. One is an endless unicorn runner for mobile, and then another one is a puzzle-based top-down sort of like fireball dodging all these puzzles and stuff. And then we also, our first game that I learned how to program is called Adventures of Duck Guy, and we eventually plan to finish it, but that one was a little above our scope for just two indie devs.
Well, I love it. It's so cool to visit with you. One more time, how do people find these games then to be able to play them or buy them?
Well, Sonar Smash, you can go to sonarsmash.com, like I said earlier. You can download it free on the App Store and on Google Play. Also, Astral Defense, our first game, is for free on Google Play and the App Store. And they're both available on itch.io for the PC and Mac version.
I love it. Free is my favorite word. Thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations. And
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. All right, stay with us. Coming up here on North Dakota Today, we're going to be talking about getting your children the help they need through some online tutoring.